Enclos Corp is a manufacturer of aluminum unitized curtain wall and other building enclosure systems. So typically the metal, glass, and framing components you would see on an exterior of a building is our company's product. At our company, it's very difficult to assess how one of our final designs will perform in the field due to the fact that buildings are very large, and at that scale, it's difficult to replicate by experimental methods. Things such as pressure distributions on building surfaces, airflow behavior around the building. So we rely very heavily on analysis tools such as ANSYS and other computer software programs to determine, especially before we build our product, how it will perform. Prior to the advent of computer technology and software programs such as ANSYS, most of the testing prior to production of buildings was done in the wind tunnel, was done by analytical procedures and test standards that were based on years of research. And fortunately, in the past, buildings have had very normal shapes, typically rectangular, and it's been easy to use those methods to come up with reasonable expectations of building performance. Now that designs are becoming more exotic, now that we are using new features and new systems such as double walls, we may have situations where there are multiple areas of the building that are ventilated to different parts of the exterior. The pressure distributions may be acting over multiple surfaces and might be very complex. And because of these changes, we're starting to see the use of computer simulation tools as becoming a more viable and acceptable way to sort of determine pre-sale what we can expect for performance in the field, which adds utility to architects and building planners and allows for designs that may not have been possible in the past. Our decision to use ANSYS was based on a number of factors. ANSYS is very robust for CAD import. Typically, we're dealing with some pretty complicated geometries. We need something that can interface with our CAD programs and bring in models so that they can be meshed and so that we can set up problems. We chose ANSYS because of the wide range of physical models that are available, especially for turbulence modeling, which is extremely critical when you're dealing with aerodynamics and the scale of a building, external bluff body flows, and things that are inherently complex. The value of ANSYS at Enclos comes from multiple areas. One is in pre-sale. It allows us to provide design services that we would otherwise not be able to provide to our customers. It allows us to extend our analysis beyond the typical analytical methods that might be used in some smaller projects to investigate and determine potential problems with designs, conduct parametric analysis to determine the proper scaling of different system components.